Hello everyone and welcome to the first basics video. Here I'm going to be building a model and showing you how simple and easy it is to do. Now first of all, here's some of the tools you're going to need. You mainly need the snips that I'm showing there, and the knife will be helpful but not necessary. And here is some glue, you'll need that as well. I like the Games Workshop glue because it's nice and easy for beginners to use because there's this little metal sort of application tool that makes it really simple to apply in small amounts, whereas it's easy when you're new to apply loads. And here we go, here's the sprue. So first of all we're going to cut off the largest part of the model. Normally you'd just start with the legs and glue it to the base, but the ogres I'm building are a wee bit different. I start with the body and then start gluing pieces to it. So here we go, just cutting out the part that we're working on. With your snips you always want the narrow end towards the model. Instead of having the fat end, you'll have lots of excess plastic. As here you can see, I'm just pointing out that there is some excess plastic, which I'll show you how to get rid of in a second, as well as that's the first part cut out. Simple. Now here we go, I've got some of the shoes cut out for this model now. Normally models don't come with shoes, but these Ogre Kingdom ones do. So to get rid of the excess plastic, I just take my knife and just gently slice away and trying to get it as smooth as possible, and being careful not to damage the model or myself, because hobby knives can be quite sharp. Even though mine's is quite blunt, I'm needing to change the blade, to be honest. You can use the snips to do this. I often use the snips depending on how bad the plastic is. I'll either use the snips or the knife, but you don't really need the knife, it just makes certain styles of it a wee bit easier. So here we go. You just want to apply a wee bit of glue to the surface area that is going to be touching, so the parts that are going to be in between the plastic, of course. Then you just want to push the part into place, and you want to push it down quite hard and maybe give it a wee wiggle to try and get rid of any air bubbles that will be trapped in there. Apart from that, it should be quite easy to glue the parts together because they're designed to fit together. Now I'll start speeding things up here just as I build the rest of the model. As there's not really much more to it, there will be I'm going to do a converting video which will have much more advanced tips on building. This is more just the basics. So you see me just doing lots of what I did earlier. Sticking the head on the nail. There we go, that's most of it now. I'm going to put him on his base because everything else has to dry. That's the only part. So see, I'm pushing him down, giving him a wee wiggle. I left him to dry for a wee bit there. So now I'm going to put the arms on because, well, the hands and weapons on because the arms should be dry. You want to give everything a small chance to dry before you stick something else on top of what you've done. So yeah, that arm just didn't want to stick there for a wee minute, but there we go. And that is it. Really simple.